All right, so this video is about the Oakland Raiders game last night that I suffered and had to watch against the San Francisco 49ers. That ended, what was it, 34-3 or 31-3. Doesn't matter. What I watched last night was absolutely disgusting. I've seen some pretty bad Raider football, and that was by far the worst Raider football I have ever seen. The amount of talent that we still have on this team, there's no reason why we should be playing this poorly. I mean, Derek Carr, say what you want about protection. You know, when he has protection, he can complete passes. You know, he didn't even attempt to go downfield yesterday, even when we were down. Even when we're down multiple touchdowns, multiple scores, still, I mean, yeah, he didn't have time to throw the ball. We had a lot of offensive line injuries and whatnot, but there's just no excuse not to take at least a shot, you know. And then our offensive line, for the amount of money that these guys are making, I mean, Gabe Jackson, Kelechi Osemele's been great, but I mean, I think at one point last night they kicked him over to left guard, you know, with our injuries. It's like, what? With, you know, Parker, when he was in, I think he had 3 penalties, you know, in the first like 5 snappies in the game. I mean, I don't know what to say. That is unacceptable. I mean, I was pretty excited at the beginning of this year for John Gruden to come in and, you know, get a little discipline. I was okay with the Amari Cooper trade. I think, you know, getting a first-round draft pick, even if it might be a late first-round draft pick, if the Cowboys kind of go for a little run at the end of this year, which I think that they're a lot better than advertised. I think that was still a good trade. I think all the wind was taken out of this football team when John Gruden, and say what you want, you think it's Reggie McKenzie. That was John Gruden. That was John Gruden all the way. Say what you want. I think all the wind was taken out of that football team then, right there, on that day. So I don't know. It's pretty disgusting at this point to watch any Raider football. I got these guys. I've been a Raiders fan forever. I mean, good Lord, you should see my apartment. I don't usually post Raider videos, but the game that I saw last night was just, I mean, players weren't even trying. Doug Martin looked great. You know, he had a couple good carries, but he could only do so much. You know, I think what we saw in Martavis Bryant, there was some flashes there. I don't think he got enough attempts. You know, Derek Carr looked all right when he had a little bit of protection, but he was getting sacked all night. You know, I think we gave up 8 sacks last night on Carr. A couple he fell into. I mean, 2 of them I think he kind of fell into, but I mean, when you're running on eggshells, I mean, it's just ridiculous. I think that team has given up. I think that they are tanking for the year. You know, everyone doesn't want to admit that it's, you know, a tank. You know, like that. It's tanking. It's tanking. That's what it is. That's what it's called, because that's what it is. You guys are tanking. At this point, I hope we don't win another football game. I hope we just go for the first overall, you know, pick, and then go from there. I'm hoping to God that John Gruden has a plan, and you know, I hope we go out there and draft an edge rusher first. I'm hoping Bosa's there. I hope we're not as bad, you know, when we go to Vegas. But as far as Oakland football, I think it's done, guys. I think this team is setting up for Vegas. I feel bad because I got family and friends that are still in Oakland, and this is just a disgusting attempt, you know, and just a disgusting display that they're putting on the field. It's just terrible to score 3 points against the 49ers. I went into the game thinking that there was definitely a chance that we could lose the game, and then, you know, late last night, the 49ers saying, oh, we're going to start Mullins from some wrist injury to, yeah, I was like, you know what, like, there's no way. I think I kind of actually was like, well, you know, maybe this is the point where the Raiders can turn around, make maybe a little bit of a run. We can see what we got before going into the offseason. But I think I've seen everything I need to see. So yeah, guys, I mean, for the Raiders fans out there, we need to stick together, you know. hopefully too many fans don't jump ship, but I would understand why at this point. And man, I'm just ready for the draft. It ain't looking good.